I think it's important to understand that hospice crosses many disease processes. We do not just care for patients with cancer. And although that is a primary disease process that we think of when we hear someone is on hospice, we take care of patients who have heart disease, who have pulmonary disease, renal disease, who have dementia that's advanced, who have cerebrovascular disease or stroke. Among those disease processes, it varies in terms of when it's appropriate to think about hospice support. In general, it is when life expectancy is expressed probably in months rather than years, and when more aggressive or curable treatment has no longer been advised as an option. Now, it may occur that the specialists that are working with a patient say there isn't any more that we can really do. It may be the patient and family who say, I don't want any more aggressive treatment. Because as we know, sometimes the course of treatment causes illness, debilitation, and extreme difficulty in terms of tolerance. So in general, we look at, is life limited? And is the patient in a declining state? What we call disease trajectories, which is a pathway of disease, varies. But the kinds of things we observe when patients are in a declining state are a decline in functional ability, so their ability to ambulate, to take care of their own activities of daily living, such as dressing, feeding, toileting. Perhaps their oxygen requirements have increased and their functional ability is quite declined. They can't tolerate even a short walk inside their home. Perhaps they're losing weight. This is another indicator that we will look at, that the progression of weight loss has become steady and increased. We may look at the number of times a patient has fallen, because falls are indicative of functional decline. Maybe things were really fine. Last week, Dad was mowing the yard and he had a stroke and he's not regained consciousness. So it is varied. It is always by referral and concurrently reviewed by hospice physicians. So the appropriateness of a patient is dually reviewed by the primary provider or specialty that's caring for them outside of hospice, and then as the possibility of them entering hospice, it's reviewed by our hospice physician to make sure that both providers feel that it's appropriate at that time. There does need to be a single diagnosis that we are admitting them under. Sometimes a secondary may be added to that, but it is the role of the hospice physician to decide what limits this patient's life. Why is life limited at this time, and what disease process is it? And so they will certify that and then approve admission.